At Wentworth Military Academy in Lexington, Missouri, they celebrated their 75th anniversary this week. And among those who attended, former President Harry S. Truman, about to get another title. It's Colonel Truman now, the man who's been a judge, a senator, vice president, and president, made an honorary colonel in the Wentworth Cadet Corps. Later, at the Academy's parade ground, the Corps passed in review before the new colonel from Independence.
Just a few miles south of Kansas City, Missouri, is Grandview Air Force Base, the nerve center of the Joint Central Air Defense Force. This special film report was prepared by Major Dick Maloney of the Air Force Reserve and Sammie Feeback, veteran news cameraman. Here to introduce this report on Operation Skywatch is Colonel Harry S. Truman of the U.S. Army Reserve. Colonel Truman.
Thank you, Randall. I want it distinctly understood that Colonel Truman is a field artilleryman. It's good to be home again in the United States of America, and it never looked so good to me before, except when I came back from the First World War. One of the most comforting sights is the almost routine appearance of jet planes over our great cities. Yet I wonder how many of us ever stop to realize and appreciate that these planes are symbols of our military strength and preparedness. Major General George Crabb and his excellent staff of Army, Navy, and Air Force officers at Grandview Air Force Base are dedicated to maintaining this preparedness not only for the Kansas City area, but for nearly 19 states from the Canadian border to the Gulf of Mexico. The Grandview Nerve Center of the Joint Central Air Defense Force is just a part of this vast military network comprising the Central Air Defense. The Ground Observer Corps is a most vital part of this plan, and this year is marking its 4th anniversary of Operation Skywatch. There are presently a very large number of observation posts throughout the United States, but an additional 13,000 posts are needed to assure a complete Skywatch program. I should like to make a personal and urgent appeal to all of you to help in every way possible toward realizing this goal. Observation Skywatch is open to all, housewives, students, professional men. All Americans, young and old, can contribute to the safety and security of our great nation by volunteering their services for Operation Skywatch.
Gentlemen, His Honor, the Mayor of Kansas City, H. Roe Bartle.
Greetings, members of the National Press Photographers Association. As the titular head of Kansas City, Missouri, I bid you welcome to the heart of America for your 1958 convention. This morning I have the honor and the pleasure of presenting to you a very charming and delightful young lady, Miss Pat Callahan, who is Miss Press Photographer of Kansas City. Miss Pat, greetings. You're going to Washington, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I want you to do two things for the mayor when you're in Washington. First of all, I want you to approach the distinguished president of the National Press Photographers Association, our good neighbor from St. Louis, Mr. Art Whitman. I want you to present to President Whitman this gold key to Kansas City, Missouri, and ask him to bring all of his colleagues of the association to Kansas City, this great pulsating, progressive city in the heart of America, in their convention in 1958.
It will be a pleasure to do so.
And the second thing, I want you to bring home top honors, because in my book, you're sweet and charming and wonderful. And now, may I say, gentlemen, I present to you Missouri's most distinguished citizen, a great American, the Honorable Harry S. Truman, my friend of long standing.
Thank you, Mayor Bartle. How do you do, gentlemen? This is Harry S. Truman. I live in Independence, Missouri, and at present I'm not employed. It's a pleasure to speak to the National Press Photographers as a friend. Many of you spend a lot of time with me, and as you know, I've always had a soft spot in my heart
for the members of the One More Please Club. I've only pleasant memories of my days when you were my constant companion, so I count you as my friend, because you treated me as a friend. I'd like to see you again, specifically in 1958, during your national convention. The Greater Kansas City News Photographers Association is inviting you, and I join them, to bring the National Press Photographers Association Convention to Kansas City in 1958. I'd like to see you come to Kansas City for many reasons. For one thing, I'd like you to see my new library in Independence, which will be open soon. As a matter of fact, if you bring the National Photographers Association to Kansas City, I'll give you a personally conducted tour through the library. You will be interested in it, I know, because so many of you were part of the historical events which are mirrored in the building. Many of your pictures will be there. It's my sincere hope that you have a wonderful time in Washington this week, and I know you will. It's been nice to talk with you again. We'll be expecting to entertain the National Press Photographers Association Convention in Kansas City in 1958.